I quit forex trading and everything that has to do with forex. Well, this is my stance. This is a stance that I took about 2 months ago after going through some ups and downs in the markets. Well, let me take you back to the very beginning of this story. It all started in January 2023, with the beginning of the new year. Aspirations are high, everyone is feeling enthusiastic about their dreams, and we say a bunch of things. We make a bunch of promises to ourselves. I'm going to do this year, I'm going to do this year, I'm going to be better, I'm going to read more books. For me, that was forex trading. I told myself this was the year that I was going to make it as a forex trader, or at least put in all the efforts that I could and see how far I could come by the end of the year. So I decided to dive into ICT like at the beginning of the new year. Went through 42 videos and I felt unstoppable going through that. I actually applaud myself. I went through them in one go, taking notes as much as I can. But then by the time I finished, I kind of just fell off the wagon. I got distracted with a bunch of other things, and yeah, but it's not like I quit. I just knew that I would come back to forex at some point, which eventually I did about 3 months ago. I came back and I told myself, yeah, this is it. I kind of like rekindled that fire that was burning in me at the beginning of the year, as far as forex is concerned. After I tried getting into the real world, which I did, and tried out a bunch of stuffs from there, but it just nothing clicked. So I decided to go in, revise, go through my notes, the notes I took, revise, and come up with somewhat of a model, which I did, but it wasn't complete. But I didn't know that. I know that now. I signed up for my Forex Fund's 25k trading account, the challenge. And if you have been on this channel, or if you've gone through this channel, you're going to see one of the videos where I talked about making about 4% in a week, my first week trading with that account. I did, over leveraging all the bad habits that a person shouldn't make, but that's not why I'm here. That's a topic for another video. The very next week, I blew that account. I was so devastated. My ego took a hit bigger than it had ever happened. Talking about losing money in forex, I have lost money, but I think in total it hasn't gone up to like $500. So that 160 something that I spent for that challenge, I felt hurt. I lost money. I was somehow able to pull myself together and decided that, maybe I was trading in a range that I wasn't comfortable with. So I decided to go for a 5k challenge. I think you know how the story ends. Ended up blowing it in about a week or so, hitting the 5k, the 5% maximum daily drawdown. It is at this point where I sat in my room on one evening and while I was writing in my journal, I asked myself, is this really what you want to do for the rest of your life? Do you want to keep going up and down in all these huddles? I just couldn't see a future at this point. Everything seemed so blurry. I couldn't seem to pull myself together, to do the things that I knew I was supposed to do. Journaling and backtesting, all of this, you need to actually put in some time. I have put in time in the past, but it wasn't consistent. It was at this point, that particular evening, that I decided that this was it. I wasn't going to continue with forex. I had this conversation with a couple of my friends. Shout out to you, Castro, if you're watching. I told him I don't think this should be the only way, because we have this common saying, something we say among ourselves, that it's going to be forex. Forex is the end point. At that point, it wasn't feasible. It wasn't feasible anymore. So I decided to quit. I took about a month off. I'm saying I took a month off, but genuinely, I quit. I focused on work. I went back to work. I was putting in 5-6 hours a day teaching, which is something that I currently still do on the side. But back then, that was all. Up until another point where, if you've been watching ICT's content, if I open my YouTube feed, I'm sure I'll put that up somewhere. If I open my YouTube feed, all you're going to see is like ICT this, ICT that, and Forex, everything related to Forex. And I stumbled across one of his Twitter spaces one evening, and on this particular one, I cannot remember the title, but he said something about, realistic expectations. And in this video, he mentioned that it's supposed to be hard. It's supposed to be hard. And even after I saw this video, I started, trying to understand more about, the trading psychology, because when it comes to technicals, I feel like I'm okay. I'm okay. I wouldn't say I'm good. I'm okay. I can take care of myself with technicals. So I read the Ikigai, Zen Trader, and another trading psychology book from Michael Douglas. That's when, combining it with what ICT said, he said it's supposed to be hard. You should look at these times of extreme difficulties as a target that needs to be demolished. I just didn't think about it this way. I just knew that no, you have to pack your bags, rally your troops, and leave. This kind of like rekindled the fire within me. So I was going in with that mentality. That's when I had a mentality shift. I wanted to just go in, not lose any money, and just, become like an overnight success, which right now that I think about it, it's not possible. If you're out there thinking that you can just jump into these markets after watching a few videos and kill it, then I hate to break it to you this way, but that's just not going to be the case. I found out the hard way after blowing 2 challenges. I probably will still blow more. At this point, after I saw this video, I went back, revised again, which I still am. I'm going through ICT's concept, and I subscribed for forex replay, which is like the best of the best simulation tools out there right now. It's kind of like TradingView, so I've been backtesting with that. I'm close to discovering a model for myself, and then I'm back. That's the good news. I'm back trading. I have a 10k challenge with Blue Guardian. I decided to go really conservative with this one. I'm not risking 0.5% for 1%, or for 0.5 for 1%, or 1.5. So far so good. Last week was a good trading week. I don't know how this coming week is going to be, but if there's something that I can pick from this story that I just described, is that you should anticipate. One of the skills that you learn as a trader is to anticipate the market. You should also anticipate the challenges that are going to arise in your journey as a trader. And when everything seems to be going upside down, nothing seems to be making sense, you should know that it's okay. It's supposed to happen. If it doesn't happen, then you're doing something wrong. It's supposed to not make any sense. You're supposed to look at the charts and be confused and not know anything, and actually sit down and realize that you don't know. And with enough exposure and enough determination, I don't want to use enough determination. With enough exposure, I believe you're going to come across concepts, or an aha moment is going to happen. I don't think mine has happened yet. Eventually, I think it would. An aha moment is going to happen, and something is going to click, and from that moment, everything is going to change. So stay in there, hang in there, don't quit. I tried, but it's just not for me. What's out there? If you're watching this video, you're one of those people that there's nothing out there for you, basically. You either make it here or end up broke. That's the level that I am right now. I'm either going to make it as a forex trader, or I'm going to be somehow related to the forex market, maybe creating content. I don't know. But just don't quit. Keep pushing, and believe me, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Just imagine what you had in mind at the beginning of this journey, the life that it could offer to you, the freedom, among other things. Think about all these things, and always try to recall. If there's something that I have come back with, is look for a model. I don't care how. ICT has a bunch of videos. You could try doing something from somebody else. Just look for a trading model that you can stick with. Come up with step by step rules. Step one, if I see this, I do this. If I see this, I do this. Come up with that and then back test, forward test. And when you feel that you're ready, you go ahead and do what you need to do. So, yeah, that is my story about how I almost quit. Has something like this ever happened to you? Please let us know. And let me know where you're watching from also. If you're new here, please subscribe. Tell me what kind of videos you'd like to see. I'll be also doing my weekly forecast and I'll be uploading that shortly too. So if you're still here, thanks for watching. You're a G. Share, like, subscribe, and I love you guys. Bye bye.